is our third take of trying to fucking go over these fucking patch notes. And y'all can't give me any shit about this, okay? You can't. Because I'm so enjoying this. This is like Christmas for a content creator, okay? When there is new patch notes, it's like, yo, I got shit to talk about. Let's talk about some shit. And these patch notes are some shit to talk about. So I got a little rambunctious and I fucked up my shit. And I fucked up my stream. Let's go and pull the patch notes back up on stream, right? So we already discussed Sheeva now has 950 health, right? And they slightly narrowed the region for drag and drop. And it has a set delay time and 30 more recovery frames when miss or hitting armor. So we'll go back to the Mortal Kombat screen for sure this time, and I'll explain that. So 950 health. If you look, Sheeva's standing 3 does 50 damage. So she had 1,000 health. She now has 950. So if you're fighting Sheeva, hey, thank you for the host. If you're fighting Sheeva versus Sheeva, you just got to do one of these more than you used to have to get a kill. That's kind of the big and small of it. It's not a really big and substantial nerf to her, but it is a nerf that is important. One of the things that made Sheeva irritating as fuck wasn't the stomp, right? The stomp did 100 damage. That's negligible. That's less than a grab. It was the fact that you were chasing her, right? You were chasing her ass down. You can't hit her. That was the problem with the fucking stomp. It had nothing to do with it being unblockable or anything like that. Now, I had suggested that they just kind of make it a little bit more negative on hit so that way she can't continually abuse it. They've gone in a different direction, and I kind of agree with, I like what they did, okay? So, first of all, her health is lower, so that means when you do catch her, you don't have to, you don't have to catch her that much. When you do catch her, it's gonna hurt, right? But the other changes is for the drag and drop. Okay, that shit. That's the shit that everybody hates. And if we look at the patch notes again, right, you'll see that there is more recovery, and they narrowed the hit region, and they only made her have 1 delay timing. So let me go over the delay timing. If you do down up, right, this comes down, right? If I delay it, it'll delay exactly that long. The thing is, you have to hit the delay right when she goes up. Otherwise, you don't get it. And if I let go, right, if I hold the delay and I let go, right, you saw I let go. Let me show you, right? This is the delay button, the stance swap. So I'm going to teleport, delay, I let go. All right, hold on. Teleport, delay, let go. You see how it still did the normal timing, right? Let go. You see how she still does it. Before, if you held it and you let go, she would drop whenever you let go. Now, that's it. Like, if you delay it, if you let go, she's going to stay up there until she comes down. That's what that means. So, in the mind game now, it's no longer of which delay timing is she going to use. The delay timing is she going to delay or is she not? It's basically like delay wake up now. You can make the read, and they have to make the read as well, right? And this actually is a buff to the aimable one now, right? Because you can delay, wait for them to dash, and then change the direction of where you're going to go. It's not going to change the timing, but the timing is still pretty specific on when you can dash to get away from it. So that actually is a buff to her aimable drop, even though it was a nerf to her normal drop. Her normal drop was way too strong anyways. It made that like pointless. So now we're going to go and talk about the recovery and all of that. So let me show you the example with that. So we're going to have Sheeva, right? She's going to do, oh shit. What am I doing? I'm recording. Recording slot 1. Okay, we're going to do that. Boom. Boom. Okay, hold on. Let me set her to block. So that way you can see. Record. Okay, teleport. And I'm going to hold block. I'm going to hold down and block just to be safe, right? Hold block. Okay, so you see, when she leaves the screen, if you dash, right? You see that? You see how that barely, look, her foot is touching her foot touches my foot before she comes down. You see how small that hitbox is now? I can do it with just walking, right? I can just walk. I don't even have to dash. I just step. I just hold walk. Look, it just misses. Look, it misses. Oh, okay, if I hold walk. If you just hold walk, it'll miss. It misses every time. When she jumps, you hold walk. You just hold walk and it's gone, right? And one of the things that I was testing is once it whiffs, right, to test the recovery. Bam! So we know that forward 2 is 19 frames on startup. So we know that the drop is at least minus 19 on recovery. What's cool, that's one of the reasons why I use that to test things, because it's very slow. So if I can get that crushing blow, then that means I can hit you with anything. Use that when you're testing stuff to see what's punishable and what's not. Use that, right? Because it's a very easy, you either got the crushing blow or you didn't. Hey, thanks for the follower, right? Well, you see how small it is. Like, her feet are touching my feet when they land. That's how small the hitbox is. She has to, like, really land it on you. And if you just walk or you just dash, it is still, you still have to time it, but it's not a difficult timing, and you can blow her up with anything. The recovery on that is like 60 frames, and I think it used to be like 30. So they kind of doubled the recovery, but it doesn't really matter because you're not going to be hitting it with her with something like slower than 20 frames. I think like 25 frames are like the slowest moves in this game, except for like, you know, Shao Kahn's buffs and stuff. There's very few moves that are slower than 20 frames. So you can basically hit her with anything. All you have to do is walk. The delay and the aiming, I think, are what's going to be going forward, what she needs to be able to spam stomp, which means that she's going to have to use a mind game, right? She's going to have to actually outthink and outplay you in order for that to like mean a shit, right? Like, in order for the stomp game to, for her to do her stomp game, she has to think. So I think all in all, it's a buff to one of her moves, the aimable stomp, in that it's now useful. And it's a nerf to the more irritating aspect of Sheeva, in that she was hard to catch, and like when she made a mistake, she was hard to punish. Now, if she makes a mistake, it's pretty much easy to punish her. And when you do punish her, you have to punish her a lot less. This will probably cut back on the annoying Sheeva spam stompers. But a good Sheeva, I don't think this is going to affect someone like Titanium Tigers too much. Because I think he actually enjoys the character and wants to play her at that level, at the high level. So I think that someone like a Sheeva main probably isn't going to be affected too much, because a Sheeva main didn't like spam stomp, right? Sheeva mains wanted to use all her cool shit. They're like, dude, she's got an air grab, and she's got combos, and she's got this shit. I want to do all the cool shit, but I just spam stomp because that's what works. So I believe Sheeva players, actual Sheeva players, will probably be happy with this change, and Sheeva stomp spammers probably are going to get the deaths that they deserve. The chat is saying, like, I'm still not touching the bitch. What's going on, Bones? So, you know, that's pretty much the big and small of Sheeva. We'll move on to the next character.